outlandish moments on paternity court.
Your jerk factor is on 10, Mr. Macon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, I was there. And the way she was doing, boom, boom, boom.
I sure was. Their father's name is about creating lineage, line.
Right.
Not this way. Not two, right?
Right.
A man fathered two sons from different women, but credited them with the same name. See, in this case, Mr. Macon dragged the defendant to the court, saying that she was trying to pin her baby boy on him, and he has concrete evidence to prove his testimony. Let's watch.
You claim you can prove he got you pregnant at the same time, and now you both have 2-year-old children named Stephen Macon Jr.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Macon, you claim to have concrete evidence that will prove to the court there's no possibility that you could be Miss Puckett's child's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the trial began with the man's suspicion. He told the court that the plaintiff has multiple kids from multiple fathers. Huh. After this case, maybe there will be more potential fathers in this run. But anyway, let's determine if his evidence was really concrete or if it was just a sham show.
She got 5 kids by 5 different baby dads.
And you could be the 6th.
No, I ain't. We ain't have sex till like 3 months after. I wouldn't even have sex with her. 3 weeks after I met her, she got my
Go
name
right upstairs
tattooed
to
on
the
her
attic.
neck.
You got his name tattooed on your neck 3 weeks after
We ain't
you
even
met
had
her?
sex yet.
No.
Oops. Folks, a double relationship can cause double trouble. Even though Mr. Macon was busy with 2 women at one time, he did not let anyone catch him red-handed. I guess he was an expert at playing safe.
We was dating. He was treating me real good. He buy me stuff. He gave me money when I needed it. If I needed anything, my kids anything, he'd do for them. When I was pregnant, he was rubbing on my belly like he was happy and he was concerned about it. And I have a picture of him rubbing on my belly when I was about 7 months.
Let me see that picture. Jerome, will you hand it to me, please? Mr. Macon, are those your hands and your jacket?
Yeah.
However, things were quite serious because now there was a baby in question. And did it change anything? Not at all, as Daddy was still clowning and asserted that he was trapped by baby mama. However, Judge Lauren did not buy that at all and thrashed him like this.
Man, I felt like it was too easy. Okay? You trying to throw it at me. Okay,
Well,
I
you
see
called
it.
it. You had sex with her. I couldn't imagine. Giving someone their father's name is about creating lineage, line.
Right.
Not this way. Not two, right?
Right.
So now this is serious.
Here comes the plot twist. Miss Puckett bolted out of the blue the plans of Mr. Macon about moving together as a couple. And to prove it, she had some solid proof. Huh. You know what, folks? Screenshots never lie.
If it was his and it come out to be his, that we was gonna make love to the sunrise.
Right. I said that.
So you have evidence of that?
I have one of the evidence.
Jerome, will you please hand that to me, please? If he is, like I said, I'll apologize to him. I'll come get him and whatever else needed, and I'll apologize to you, and we can blank till the sun comes up.
Further, it was revealed that the alleged father was there for the birth and even signed the birth certificate. This time, even Mommy came prepared with concrete proof. So, with the procession, things started drowning Baby Daddy, but he was still confident in his defensive drama like this.
He came in and he was looking at the baby, playing with my son. He said, "So what you naming him?" I said, "I'm naming him after my brother." I said, "Cause that's what my grandma want me to do." "No, you're not. You're not naming him that. You're not naming him that. You're naming
I left.
him from my
Literally,
o'clock in the
I don't
morning."
even think it was 10 minutes. I looked at the baby. I said, "Look here, I gotta go. I got some things I gotta do," and I left.
Well,
That doesn't even sound right.
Seriously, that's exactly what happened.
Finally, Miss Glover was summoned to add some sense, but instead, she added fuel. As the woman testified that one of her acquaintances dropped a bombshell about Mr. Macon's adultery on her, and she tried to approach Miss Puckett, she locked the door in her face.
Steve's phone is ringing. So I'm like, "Who's that on the phone?" He's like, "Oh, it's somebody playing on the phone." "Let me answer that for y'all in the plan." "Hello, who's this?" She like, "My name is so-and-so. Your man, Steven, is sleeping with her." I said, "Open the door." Next thing I know, click, click, the lock. She didn't hit the lock. She got smart.
Were you there the day she knocked on the
Your
door?
Honor, yes, I was there. And the way she was doing, boom, boom, boom.
I sure
boom, boom.
was.
As it was clear that Miss Glover was eager to take revenge on the plaintiff, she testified mean and offensive things. But Judge Lake sensed her intentions, so she articulated some vehement things for good.
She wouldn't have been prompted to fall in love enough to do something as silly as put his name on the back of her neck if he wasn't with her. From hearing Mr. Macon's testimony, he does not help it any. You just right in the middle with your hands in your pocket. You didn't have anything to do with it when you got everything to do with it and everybody got your name.
However, it was evident both parties were busy proving the other wrong, and nothing was helping in this jumble. Despite these, Mr. Macon was surely the rabble-rouse in this. Now, it was time to get results.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Macon Sr., you are his father.
You sent her that text message talking about some that's your baby, that y'all can go have sex on into the sunlight.
Nah.
Well, sunlight time, baby. I'll holler.
Infidelity is the relationship crusher, and when things like this happen, probably you end up in paternity court. Ms. Humphries rolled into court to prove that Mr. Mosley was the biological father of her son. Likewise, the defendant urged baby mama to aim her arrow of fatherhood at her ex, whose relationship is in turmoil as a result of her accusations.
Ms. Humphries, you are in court to prove that Mr. Mosley fathered your 2-month-old son, Tyler, while he was separated from the mother of his children. Mr. Mosley, you say she's going after the wrong man and that she should be pointing her paternity finger at her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Cook, because he's the baby's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, the trial with baby mama's confession of being intimate with both men at the conceiving point. The mother was convinced that the defendant was the biological father. However, Daddy's testimony will befuddle you.
When I got conceived, we were sexual. That was like the end of August, beginning of September.
Were you having sex with anyone else during that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was that sex also unprotected?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mosley, do the dates add up in your mind that she says she was intimate with you at the end of August?
Your Honor, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't even paying attention. I was there for the sex.
However, the potential father explained his doubts by saying that he can only father light-skinned babies, and the plaintiff's baby did not possess any features similar to him. Man, this is not helping at all, right, folks? As you know, babies come in all shapes and colors.
I got light skin. Y'all see this? I got
It
light
don't
skin.
matter.
You're saying that your children look like you. You don't look anything like Tyler.
No, I don't. I mean, look at my children. They got my same chin. They got the big cheeks like me. Not only that, they was by the same woman and they still don't look like her.
And that leads you to doubt.
Yes.
Up next, Mr. Mosley tried his best to frame his baby mama. The guy played the blame game and asserted that nothing wrong would have happened if she had not left him alone. Oh my, this is what we call a blame shifter. Boy, you better stop beating around the bush.
All I can say is this, I feel like it's her fault too, Your Honor. She should never broke up with me. If she never broke up with me, I would never did what I did.
Also, it's Miss Robinson's fault.
Hey.
Sir.
Miss Robinson, this is all on you. So Mr. Mosley says this is all your fault. This would not be happening if you had not left him, so you can blame yourself.
No.
So, it was time to hear from Miss Robinson. She said that what this court has seen was just the trailer that this licentious story had given her, because lustful individuals have somehow pulled her into their disaster.
This is his fault and this is her fault. And my thing is this, he's been doing things with women. This is the pinch of it. Out of all the people, Your Honor, that he messes with, she contacted me. She left me a message on Facebook. Tell my lying baby daddy what your lying behind. You brought me into this. I had nothing to do with what y'all had going on.
Further, it was revealed that the plaintiff was playing a game of paternity with both men, because she posted on Facebook that Mosley was not the father of her baby son. However, the baby knew how to blow it all.
She plays both men. That's what she's doing.
Okay.
She's playing both sides.
Why is this your business?
She's telling one man he's the father, then she's telling him a week ago on Facebook that James is not the father.
Because you keep doing this. Stop
see
doing
that,
this. Stop trying to be all up in my business.
You put me
Tyler
in that, and she
don't
left the
belong
number
to you.
again on that.
Even though the promiscuity of Miss Humphrey and Mr. Mosley was at its peak, and they already had one baby in question, still, they were messing around with each other. Oh my, somebody please stop them, or they're gonna have to roll up in here again.
What is the nature of your relationship with Mr. Mosley now?
We still sexual. We friends.
I can see by the look on your face that she's telling the truth.
She telling the truth.
So you still have sex with Miss Humphrey?
And still going to continue to once this is done.
Yes.
See? Yes. Drama.
No, it's the truth.
Nevertheless, the defendant confessed his love for Miss Robinson, but it got drifted when he let another woman in. That seems defensive, huh? Well, don't worry, baby mama cut his chase off like this.
I love Tamika, all right? I'm not in love with her. I used to be in love with her, but like, I kind of drifted off, you know what I'm saying? I never had a father in my life to actually teach me certain things. And I know I shouldn't put this in the picture. You know, my mother taught me characteristics of a man. She never taught me how to be a man.
You making babies and then you denying and you don't want to take care of the ones you have. That's the thing.
Finally, Judge Lake summoned the other potential dad to clear up this paternity mishmash. He declared that Miss Humphrey and Mr. Mosley were perfect deluders for each other, and was sure of not fathering the plaintiff's son like this.
To tell you the truth, I do not know. I mean, I would love to be his father, but them two, they both liars.
Yes.
They perfect for each
I'm
other.
all over
Especially
y'all
him.
finna be-
I went to take the DNA test. I see him and he told me him and Shanita haven't been having sex in months. But I just heard y'all say y'all having sex.
Here comes the spoiler alert. The baby mama was caught again. As it slipped, she was playing the part on both sides of this paternity question. Her mastery of swindling has been further revealed by more revelations.
Ms. Humphreys, are you telling him that he's the child's father? And you're telling Mr. Mosley he's the child's father. Why is that your approach?
Because I was having unprotected sex with Mr. Cook and I was having unprotected sex with Mr. Mosley.
But you didn't tell other one was a possibility.
I did.
It was evident both parties were lying and their partners were suffering due to their mendacious nature. So, the only feasible way to solve this paternity riddle was to know what the DNA envelope is holding.
It has been determined by this court. His biological father is Mr. Cook.
Good.
Congratulations, Mr. Cook.
Mr. Montgomery stepped up in the court where a paternity nuisance smote him. He claimed that Miss Parker led him to believe that baby Timothy was his biological son, and she even allowed him to name the baby. However, when the defendant's ex-lover returned, she changed her mind.
Mr. Montgomery, you say Miss Parker led you to believe you fathered her 3-month-old son, Timothy Montgomery, but now Miss Parker says you're not the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Parker, you claim to be 100% positive that Mr. Montgomery is not your son's biological father because your fiance, Mr. Lanou, is.
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though the baby was named after the plaintiff's deceased father, it did not change the fact that baby mama was entertaining 2 guys, and this brought them to this scuzzy like this.
Miss Parker, why would you allow him to do all of these things? Sign the birth certificate? At that time, did you not believe he was Timothy's
I thought he was the father because he looked just like Mark in the ultrasounds. And I believed that he was the father.
Like
I had
the
sex
ultrasound,
with
no.
both of them around the same time and the same day.
It was revealed that the defendant's pregnancy weirded out her husband, who diverted his attention to video games. This opened the door of swindling for baby mama, and such revelations led to the burst of bickering in the courtroom.
A mutual friend of mine and hers introduced us. In the meantime, we're finding out that he's talking to her friends, talking to other women.
Right, but you prying on a woman who's with another man, right?
If you would have stepped up, been there, and actually satisfied her needs, you couldn't have if I wasn't.
Let's get some order.
This is a grown folks talk right here.
Youngin.
In the course of the trial, it was revealed that she had gotten back together with her lover, and they got intimate at her husband's place. Oh man, who even thinks of doing this nasty thing?
The first time he had left was the first time me and her had met. Throughout the whole time,
Yeah,
even
broke up
told
with
him
me.
that we were sleeping together after he
no,
came
they
back.
didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He
I
used
was
to go
there.
upstairs to shower, and
No,
I'm over
they
there
didn't.
having sex with her downstairs or the same chair he's sitting in there
Yeah.
playing Xbox.
The infidelity was kept a secret despite the arrival of a child. However, when the mother shared the shocking information about another possible father being involved, things took a wishy-washy turn.
I told him, and then
3 weeks after he was born.
No,
Your
that.
Honor. But this is because during that time, Your Honor, that he had threatened to take Tim.
The first
No.
time she was able to have sex after the baby was born, she waited until after we were done to sit there and
No,
tell
I
me,
had sex
you know,
before I had sex
he's,
with you.
you know, I don't think you're the father. I think, Luke's the father.
However, Mr. Montgomery did not let Miss Parker's promiscuity get in the way, and he developed a fatherly bond with the baby boy. But as you know, when the conniving person interrupts, things fall apart like that.
She called me, video Facebook chatted me on Father's Day to sit there because she goes, oh, well, on the off chance that, you are Timothy's father. I respected that, it made me feel good. I got to see my son on Father's Day. This is my son, and it was dragged away from me by a conniving man who decided to sit there and come in between a relationship.
Even though the defendant was at fault, she was not ready to step back. She accused the plaintiff of being sexual with 2 women, but the man wiped all charges like this. Huh. Now, how do you defend that?
I've been there. I'm
No, you
all he
haven't.
knows.
No, I was
Yes,
there
he
when
has.
heard. That is my monkey man right there. I sat there and fed him
No, you
bottles. I
didn't.
changed diapers
No,
for him.
a few
I walked
times.
him around that complex.
One
I
time.
did one time.
One
whatever.
time.
I have people who live in the same complex of her to sit there and vouch that they watched me walk around with my
One
son
time.
more than one time.
After a lot of drama, they could not agree on one point. As you know, swindling gives people a fuzzy time. So the last way to deal with this paternity mess was to get the DNA results.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Montgomery, you are not the father. Mr. Lanou, you are the father.